Imagine trying to make a movie from scratch in 37 hours, writing it, shooting it, editing it, and submitting it before the clock runs out. And if it wasn't for the amazing group of people that I put together, it wouldn't look like this.
Junkies.
You think those are junkies?
Bunch of savages in this town.
Wow.
Any other idea how difficult it is to book a pimp, first of all? Secondly, that we have to look
To book a
So here's the thing. There's a short film challenge run by Kevin Smith's Smodcastle Cinemas. The rules are simple, but it could seem a little crazy to most people. You have 37 hours to write, shoot, and edit a short film. And the entire thing, including credits, has to be under 4 minutes and 30 seconds. No budget, no safety net, and just 37 hours. I must be out of my fucking mind. I want to have the guys like Mike. Now you might have asked yourself, how are they gonna know that you wrote, shot, and edited this film within 37 hours? Well, they email out all the participating filmmakers 3 pieces of criteria: a character from one of Kevin Smith's films, a line of dialogue that needs to be read verbatim from one of Kevin Smith's films, and a prop. That scared us, because it could literally have been anything. And with Kevin Smith movies, nothing is off limits. This would have been way too much for me to just do on my own. I needed to assemble a team that could make anything possible. Instead of spending a lot of time writing a script, I felt it was best to rely a lot on improv. So I needed a group of people that were creative and that could think on the fly. So someone I always wanted to work with since the first time I saw him running a music bingo at a brewery was Righteous Jolly. He is a natural entertainer and a very good actor.
You better watch it. You're about to get finger cuffed.
ridiculous.
Come on, give us some more. What do we need? All right.
I had to reach out to Tim McRae. We have been trying to work together on a project for so long. This was the one.
Set up for a Pimp Slaps 3. Is they ready for that?
Ed Gorey. You may have seen him in some of my Total Turf Management videos.
Jeff, don't be so cheap next time. Get a better product.
He's one of the funniest people that I know, and I always want to try to work with him on a project. And of course, I got to bring in my best friend of 35 years, Mike Groach. We work together on things all the time, and we're always there to support each other. So he's like Jay to my Silent Bob. And last but not least, as far as the cast goes, Susan Schmidt. Leading up to the challenge, the thought hadn't crossed my mind that the required character might be a female. But the day before shooting, I was talking to Mikey, and he just mentioned Susan's name, and just out of excitement, because I like hanging out with Susan, I told him to reach out to see if she'd want to be a part of it. And thankfully, she was excited to do so, because she was pivotal to the whole thing.
What do you want? What?
I am an award-winning writer. I don't deserve to be...
Behind the camera, there was me as the director, but I wanted to bring in someone that I really have grown close to over the last year and a half, Alex DiMambro. I just enjoy working with him, and our lives kind of revolve around client work, and we always talk about doing something more creative, like a narrative, and this was just an opportunity for us to do that and get that.
Growl check.
No, like a real...
This is like, I had a few close friends that wanted to just help out in any way they could. So my buddy Cord Reassigned from Mother's Recovery, he came in and ran the audio boom. his girlfriend Sabrina, who she shot a lot of the BTS footage you're watching, and my girlfriend Ashley stepped in and shot BTS in the second half of the day. But a special thank you to Righteous Jolly for finding the location where we shot, and Thorn Media for allowing us to do so. Honestly, there are so many things that went into this that if one of them were out of place, the whole thing would have blown up.
Yeah, we
How
can
do you
also
feel
do
about
takes.
pimp in the workplace?
About what?
A pimp. A pimp. Yeah, my character. I want to play a pimp.
You want to play a pimp?
I got
That's your side gig?
yeah, I got a few little,
That could be another tip-off point. We could film you and your phone's blowing up because you got girls constantly like checking in with you. Now, normally when you start a film, you start off with a script. But in the spirit of the challenge, I didn't want to write a script and then force the elements that we would get on the day into it. I wanted everything to feel natural and organic. So I felt it was best to rely heavily on improvisation.
The head writer of Walker, Texas Ranger just walked in.
Yeah. So it's like, so you can address that too. Be like, those Emmys are mine too, you know?
Interesting.
Right? Talk about the overall story, break it up into scenes, the natural progression, the character motivations, and then let the actors just run with it.
Pimp life is a rich life.
Pimp life is a rich life?
Sorry, I popped.
It's sort of maybe my guy is trying to keep the peace, like getting equipment together.
Yeah.
It's real frantic, and like you're back there trying to fit him this, and I'm like,
Something funny started to happen because we would be going through the character motivations and getting really deep in the weeds of, what are the stakes? Why are they doing this? And having these kind of subplots and subtext in with the characters. And then somebody would just yell, 4 minutes.
because it's a 4-minute video, right?
I mean, I don't know. I've never been in this particular position, like a 4-minute film to do all of it. Circumstances are wildly high.
And give you the greatest hits. Depending on how long
And
you can.
it kind of became our mantra
I know.
throughout the whole process. If we were getting too far into something, it would just be like 4 minutes, 4 minutes. And I carried that through the entire process, even in the edit. 4 minutes. That was my marker. Then I guess we have some.
I don't know if your character wants it, but I did get a thing of Old Bay.
Oh shit! That's classic.
Yeah, that's really good.
So here we are, the day of, and a few of us are outside of the location, sitting in our cars, counting the minutes until the email will come in. It was a little, I don't want to say stressful, but there was a nervous excitement to it. And 10 a.m. hit, the email came through. The character we needed was Alyssa Jones from Chasing Amy. The line of dialogue we needed was
bunch of savages in this town.
from Clerks, and then the prop, an old school boombox. Thankfully, Mikey had the idea to kind of stay behind and meet up with us later so he could go find the prop for us. And sure enough, his dad had an old school boombox at his house, so he just had to go pick that up and then meet up with us. I really felt like the location was going to inform the story. So once Righteous showed up with the key to get in, before we loaded in any gear, we just kind of wanted to do a walkthrough and let the ideas hit. And bringing this group of people together, they just started immediately flowing.
Hey, guess where I pick up the old age? By the boombox.
Oh, there you go. And looking, they're in there like arguing, and it's like you gotta get all his proportions or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Tim wanted to bring in one of his characters, Sammy Davis Mack, who's a pimp.
My character is Sammy Davis Mack.
Oh, he's playing a pimp.
You bringing Sammy Davis Mack?
Bringing Sammy Davis Mack. I had to use. That's why I did the beard like this.
And we just started building from there. I mean, once we were in our sandbox and we were just playing.
Why are you bringing this guy in? He's everything that we hate. You know?
Yeah, interesting. Good. Very nice.
Yeah. Because I'm sticking with
Then
you
you
for a
think-
reason. You have a similar idea. than
Sure.
me, You know.
All right, so to that end, forgive me, to that end,
We kind of walk
go
through
on,
the
keep
scene.
riffing on that.
We block out
What
the shot.
is the code word?
We'd set,
How
hit
can you say
record,
the same shit to me
and just
also
watch
give me a,
the magic
a
unfold.
screw of what happened? By the way, what the fuck happened?
Yeah. I don't think I did, but.
Say, I was eavesdropping. That shit is awesome.
That's when I knew that we had something really good. But then I also knew that I had a really difficult job ahead. And by 9:30, we had everything we needed.
Let me.
Rap party!
That party.
Thank you, everybody!
We had the footage. The cast and crew crushed it. The hard part was just beginning.
Ugh, it's 6:30 and I need to get some caffeine and then I'm gonna start editing. This is wild and incredible.
We had about 2 hours worth of footage. I needed to cut that down to 4 minutes and 30 seconds, including credits. So my goal was to get the whole story done within 4 minutes and leave 30 seconds for opening title and credits. So something painful was about to happen. There's a term that editors use called kill your darlings, which means sometimes you have to sacrifice your favorite moments. And I had to cut mercilessly just to get under the time limit. Scenes that I loved, moments that I
We'll see you
loved,
again. Thank you so much. So we're gonna have you.
moments
Get out of here.
actors just
Back up a little bit, bro.
freaking nailed it.
Alyssa, we're just.
Gone.
But like, you couldn't even customize your character. You can't customize your pimp. You're left with one default pimp.
You want to make a white woman? Like, come
Yes,
on.
why couldn't a white woman be a pimp? I don't understand.
It might sound silly, but it hurt. But the mantra, 4 minutes, 4 minutes. So somewhere between 3:15 and 3:30 in the afternoon, I finally had the story assembled.
Got an update. It's 3:21 and I finally got the video under 4 minutes and 30 seconds, enough to give me credits. So next is titles and sound design.
The story made sense. Do I wish I had more time? Absolutely. It's fast, it's tight. I do put a lot of responsibility on the audience to kind of fill in some gaps and to pay attention. But it works. It was time to move on. I need to get the color grade done. I needed to do the sound design, the sound mixing, end credits, the title sequence, transitions. Every minute matters, and you never really know how long the export process is gonna be. The final cut of film, I kind of went to like 4 minutes and 12 seconds, which only left me with 18 seconds to do credits and title sequence. And for whatever reason, I just felt it was best to put the title at the very end. I didn't want to chance ruining everything that I had built up at that point. I couldn't take any risks. Finally, it was like 9:26. It was done. We had done it. We had made a short film in under 37 hours. Everyone was so happy with it and excited by it. The feeling of accomplishment after completing this film was unparalleled to anything else I've done in my career up to this point. And it only exists because of the people around me. This cast and crew really made everything work, and I can't be more grateful for them. Righteous, not only did he come through for the entire project and get the location, but sharing his talent with everyone else and helped elevate everybody else's performance. Susan came out of nowhere and put together a performance that you would have thought that she's been acting for a long time. I mean, there was a brief moment where her scene with Righteous in the office conference room, I thought maybe just making the entire 4-minute and 30-second video, that scene, it was so powerful. Tim just coming in with the ideas and his performance, bringing Sammy Davis Mack, like, just such a pleasure to work with. And obviously Mike and Ed, like, I've worked with them before, but they just continue to impress me, and they have so much potential that if they wanted to be really good actors, they could absolutely do it. Even crew members were bringing ideas to the storytelling between Alex, Cord, Sabrina, like everybody was contributing, solving problems on the fly. You know, Alex coming in big with bringing his camera and his ideas. Everybody just gave everything they had. But honestly, thinking about it, none of this would have been possible without Ashley. Without Ashley, I wouldn't have been a member of Full-Time Creator, so I wouldn't have met Alex. I wouldn't have gone to the music bingo at Aristeas Brewing and seen Righteous, so I wouldn't have Righteous. And without Righteous, I wouldn't have the performance from him, and I wouldn't have the location. And maybe I would have figured something else out with, say, Ed, Mikey, Susan, and Tim. But I think it was everybody as a whole that really made this film what it is. And I can't thank them enough. There's really no better feeling than getting a group of people together, working for a common goal, and allowing everyone to be free to express themselves and create. Because the excitement that just goes around the room, there's no better feeling. And that's why I'm a filmmaker. Just as I'm finishing up the edit on the vlog, an email came in. Dear Paul, congratulations. Your film has been chosen as one of the finalists in this year's second annual 37-hour Smodcastle Film Challenge. Your film will be showing at Smodcastle Cinemas on Saturday, March 22nd at 2 p.m. The winner of the challenge will be announced at the end of the show that day. We did it.